now that it's been a year of just not seeing what my friends are doing or people that I used to go to high school with or university with that I don't even keep in touch with anymore, I'm just so much more at peace. Hey, it's Paul. Last year, I made a video called I Quit Social Media for 7 Days. And one of the long-lasting changes that I had from the process of making that video in 2024 was that I ended up quitting Instagram entirely, except, and I'll get to the caveat later, using it as a messenger only. But before we get to that, let me show you a little snippet about why I deleted Instagram in the first place last year, 2024. So today is the first day, full day without social media. And speaking of Instagram, when I checked Instagram and I saw one of the stories, there was a person that I met last week for the first time. It was a small group gathering. We were a few people meeting for the first time together. And in that story, I found out that they met up without me. So I wasn't invited, and I probably wouldn't have wanted to go anyway because it was a night out. I do not like going out night outs. I just like sleeping early. So it's not the fact that I missed out, but the fact that I wasn't invited and they liked each other more as new people than they liked me. At least one of them didn't want to include me. And of course, when that happens, you don't feel good. I didn't feel good. And I was like, I don't need to see this shit, man. I was perfectly fine not knowing anything that they met up without me. So fuck you, Instagram. I'm glad I deleted you. Today is day 2. Yeah, so you can see why I deleted Instagram. You get FOMO, right? When you see other people, especially if they're people that are meeting without you, and let's say they're new people like they were at the time, and they met up without me, I feel like they didn't like me. So that's why I wasn't even invited. When you see other people hanging out that, you know, without you, or even in a general sense, just seeing other people having a good time on Instagram, it just feels like crap. You just feel like crap. And I felt like crap using Instagram. That wasn't even the first time that kind of thing happened. It's just, you look at all these places people are going, and yeah, it was just not good. And I've even just recently watched a video about someone in my Discord server shared with how they feel so miserable because they see all their peers doing fun stuff and hanging out with all these cool people, and they're just alone in their room on their phone or on their computer, and just feeling like so left behind in life, right? And so alone compared to all these people. And we all know it's not even reality. They're posting the highlight reel. You don't even know what's going on in their day-to-day life. All you see is the highlights. So it's not even a realistic capture of what they do 24/7. But so what happened was I installed this thing called DF Insta, distraction-free Instagram. And this is what my Instagram looks like, because it's completely blank. You don't see stories, you don't see reels, you don't see posts. You only can use it as a messenger. It's available on Android only, and it's not even in the App Store. You have to Google it, DF Insta. But luckily I do have an Android, so I installed it no problem. And I've just been using it as a messenger only for those who I message sometime on Instagram. I don't even message that many people on Instagram, but just a few, right? So I'm using it as a messenger only, and have been for the last year. It is May 14th of 2025, and it was at the end of May 2024 that I uninstalled Instagram and replaced it with distraction-free Insta. So, and by the way, I'm not the only one who has had kind of a similar situation. I've heard from people, like just from hearing stories of Instagram causes fights among people. Like, it can cause tension among friends. friends who say, "Oh, why was I left out? I thought we weren't meeting up, and that you didn't feel like meeting up, and now I see you're out with some people." Like it causes fights, it causes tension among friends, it causes not just the fear of being left out, but the actual feeling of maybe your friend, you know, doesn't care about you as much as you think because you see your friend hanging out with other people. Like it creates tension among friends. And it has in the past, and it will in the future with anybody who really uses Instagram on a regular basis. Just hearing about these stories from people close to me sounds so toxic. Like, okay, I'm only talking about the downside of Instagram, but sure, there are some upsides. Like, they're good for tertiary friends, right? Or if they're friends that are close and they say they're going to some event, and then you see what kind of event they went to, you're like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. It seems like a pretty good event. And you're just interested in what they've done within the last few days. And in that case, maybe you're not jealous and you're just curious what they were up to. And you're like, oh, that's cool. This is what they were up to. And in that sense, it's, you know, it can be cool to see what your friends have been up to. And that's the positive side of Instagram. It's just that the negative side is so negative and toxic and just bad for your emotional and mental well-being, that it's not worth it for me to I don't want to see what the highlight reel of everybody else's life. They're only sharing and curating what will, you know, espouse jealousy from others pretty much. I mean, that's what you post on Instagram. You don't post yourself being alone and bored at home by yourself and lonely or whatever. You don't post those things. You don't post those kind of reels or for photos of just being alone. Like I'm sure maybe some people do, but pretty much everyone who's using Instagram doesn't post the low points of their life. They only post the highlights. And I don't need to see all that shit from other people that I don't even really care about. There are only like a handful of people, maybe less than 5 people that I care about, that I guess I wouldn't mind seeing too much what they've been up to, but at the same time, I don't really care about what they've been up to. All that matters is that when we meet up, they can tell me about it then. I don't need to even see it. So there really is no upside that's worth it to me for Instagram. And the downside that I've avoided for the last year. So let me tell you, like, now that it's been a year of just not seeing what my friends are doing, or people that I used to go to high school with or university with that I don't even keep in touch with anymore, and they're just living their lives in some other part of North America, or maybe not even in North America. Maybe they're outside of Canada in Asia, or traveling Southeast Asia somewhere. Like, I'm so glad I'm not seeing those anymore. I would see all these people traveling all the time. I don't see that anymore. I would see people even within the city of Toronto, where I am in Canada. I see people going all to these nice places or trying all these delicious foods. I don't see that anymore. So I'm just so much more at peace. I honestly, it's out of sight, out of mind. Really, like I don't see what they're up to, and it doesn't even enter my mind, and I don't care what they're up to, and so it doesn't even pop into me, oh, I wonder how so-and-so is doing that I haven't seen since university. Like, I don't need to see that unless they were really close with me and they want to meet up with me. That would be different, but that's not even the case, man. All these people that I have connections with from the past, they're all living their own separate lives. And, you know, as I think it was Theodore Roosevelt who said, comparison is the thief of joy. Like, you just keep comparing yourself to the highlight reel of other people, you're obviously going to feel bad. And I haven't felt bad like that in a year. The last time I felt like I was left out was a year ago when in 2024 when I just before I started this quit social media challenge. That was the last time I felt bad about missing out on something for something that people met up without me that I wasn't invited to, right? That was the last time. It was a year ago, and I haven't had a single thing like that since then. I haven't had a single negative fear of missing out or actually missing out that I wasn't invited to or whatever. Like I'm so much more at peace. And this is a long rambling way of saying it was so worth it. It was so worth it to not see reels, to not see posts, to not see the highlights of people's daily lives. Like I'm so glad. I have zero regrets and 100% kudos to my old self who got rid of Instagram and no longer seeing any of that shit. So man, if you're if you're using Instagram and you clicked on this video and you know that Instagram is making you miserable, maybe you should take the route that I'm doing of just not comparing yourself to others anymore, not feeling like you're missing out anymore. It was so worth it for me, and if Instagram is making you miserable, then maybe it'll be totally worth it for you. In fact, I would scratch that maybe, and I would say it would be 100% worth it for you. So, yeah, you don't even have to use Instagram as a way of keeping in touch with people. Like there are other messaging apps that those friends use, right? So you can just, if they're close enough friends, you can just message them on another platform. You don't even have to use distraction-free Instagram since it's not available on the iPhone. You just, good riddance, man. Get rid of Instagram. It's toxic. It's so toxic. Oh, yeah, I'm so glad that I don't see reels and stories anymore. I guess the only time, if among the people I'm messaging, I have the option to see stories of the people I'm messaging, and in the messenger part of the app, the stories do appear if you allow that, and it is allowed on my settings. So sometimes, if my girlfriend posted some things on Instagram, I'll see what she did that day, like what she drank or what she ate. That maybe I'll see that, but I don't see other people's shit that I don't care about. I'm just seeing my girlfriend or one of my other close friends, what they've been up to, if I want to even click on the messenger app. And I don't even use the messenger app, so most of the times I don't even see the highlight, the stories. It's just occasionally when I'm messaging them that I can see that day what they've been up to so far. So it really is minimal in terms of how much stories I see. Like I barely see any, maybe once a week, once every few days when I'm using the messenger to message those people. But yeah, otherwise, no regrets. 100% confident that this is the right decision for me. If you're new here, my name is Paul. I make a lot of these video journal-like videos, and I have a Discord server if you want to connect with me. 1% better every day, baby. Tigger and Muffin enjoying the garden, as well as Mochi. Oh. It's getting a bit cooler.